Hello everyone, this is Velocity Coasters, and welcome to my top 5 flat rides as of June 2026. Before we start, this video is meant to be a part 2 to my top 10 roller coasters video, which if you haven't seen already, you should go watch that one first. I wanted to do a top 5 instead of a top 10, as I've not been on that many flat rides, and wanted to cover the more impressive ones, leaving out less impressive rides such as the giant wheel at Cedar Point for example. Without further ado, let's start off the list with an honorable mention, that being Storm Force Accelatron, located at Universal's Islands of Adventure in Orlando, Florida. Now this mock ride's teacup may not be the most thrilling compared to the top 5, but it gets an honorable mention due to being an absolute blast every time I've been on it. Usually it will be a few friends and I, and we just go absolute ham with making our vehicle spin as much as humanly possible. It gets very disorienting very fast, but that just adds to the fun. That in combination with the banger soundtrack makes the ride more than just your standard teacups ride. Onto the 5th spot, we have Dragon Racers Rally, located at Universal's Epic Universe, also in Orlando, Florida. This double Gerstlauer Skyfly shocked me with how entertaining it can be. Being a Florida native, I never got to experience this ride model before, and I'm now so glad it exists near me. The joy of this ride is trying to flip your vehicle, which so far I have only managed to do once on my most recent ride. That being said, flipping upside down while the ride rotates is such a wild experience. Even if you don't flip, it's still very easy to just stall out upside down, which is still really fun. Easily my favorite flat ride at the Universal Orlando Resort, and good for 5th place. Onto the 4th spot, we have Windseeker, located at various legacy Cedar Fair parks, but I'll just use the one at Cedar Point as my example. Having also been on the one at Carowinds and King's Dominion, I have a good bit of experience with this ride model, and know I'm in for a nice relaxing ride. Standing at 300 feet tall, they offer great views of the respective parks, the one at Cedar Point having the best view, as it overlooks Lake Erie, letting you get a chance to even see Canada from the ride. I would also like to shout out the Orlando Skyflyer at Icon Park, as it's a similar ride model, standing even taller at 450 feet tall. It's also quite a bit scarier as the seats will sway side to side as they just have chains connecting them, unlike the giant metal arms on Windseeker. Overall, it's a nice relaxing ride that can be a nice switch up from the intensity of other attractions. At the 3rd spot, we have Falcon's Fury, located at my home park, Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. This intimate sky jump is probably still one of the scariest rides in general I have experienced. It is an otherworldly feeling as the seats start to rotate over 300 feet in the air, facing you straight down at the ground, your whole body pressed into the restraints. The drop is, of course, good, but the anticipation beforehand might be the best part of the ride. It keeps you up there for what feels like an eternity. It does suck that the ride has been quite unreliable over the years, but you'll know it's running, as you can hear it from anywhere in the park. It screeches sorta like a falcon, and you could probably hear it outside the park too. It's also a shame that there's not more of these built, but on the other hand, that keeps Falcon's Fury feeling unique and one of a kind. We don't have to move far for the 2nd spot, that being Serengeti Flyer, also located at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. Being an S&S Scream and Swing, it's a very popular ride model across the country, but this was the first one I got to experience, and it was a very enjoyable ride. Taking over part of Rhino Rally's plot of land, it finally gives the park another thrilling flat ride, something it was definitely lacking. The music that plays during the ride is a nice touch, and the airtime you get on both the forward and backward swings is surprisingly forceful. One of my favorite things to do on the ride is to just look straight up during the ride, as during the forward swings you get to see the whole world upside down, which is a very trippy experience. And finally, at the number 1 spot, we have my favorite flat ride I have ever been on, that being Sky Striker, located at Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. Being a Zamperla Giga Discovery, it has a max swing height of 172 feet, almost taller than the tallest coaster in Florida, which is still crazy to me. I've also been on Wonder Woman Lasso of Truth at Six Flags Great Adventure, but for some reason Sky Striker felt way more intense. As one of my good friends put it, it feels like my insides are moving. The upward swings hang you in the air for what feels like forever as you look out at the world while tilted 130 degrees, and the downward swings slam you with positive G's, hitting speeds up to 75 miles per hour. It's also nice that the ride lasted for a very long time. While waiting in line, I decided to time it, and it came out to about 4 minutes long from the moment it started moving to the moment it stopped. Overall, I can't wait to get on more of these rides, and seeing as there was one at the now defunct Six Flags America, I hope it's able to be relocated. Of all the parks in the chain, I would say that Carowinds would be a perfect home for it, as there's nothing else quite like it at the park or in the surrounding area. To end off this video, I would like to just say thank you for watching all the way through, and would ask if you haven't already to please subscribe to keep up to date with my uploads. As always, I would like to thank the channels that provided copyright-free off-ride footage of all the rides mentioned in this video, and their channels will be linked in the description, along with the music used in the video. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye.